Hello, everybody in Facebook land. I'm not quite sure if I'm doing this correctly, but it's pretty fun. So I wanted to kind of start by just talking about the medicines that I laid out today, and just sending love and hugs and hopes and prayers to everybody. And I miss everybody very, very much. It's been really weird not seeing and hugging people, and it's been strange, but this is the next best thing. So I think it's really important to just continue, smudging and sharing and teaching, and sharing their songs and our stories in a really in a good way. And so I just wanted to let you know kind of what I have. I'm also staying hydrated, so I have my water, and I also have some amazing tea that I mixed with cedar tea. So cedar tea, of course, tastes like terrible. But I've got this really beautiful cloud tea that I was gifted, so I was very thankful for it. Just because with the spring coming in, I always get sick in the springtime, so I want to make sure that I avoid it at all costs. So the first medicine that I have is in the south, and it is cedar. Cedar helps us with grounding. It helps us with our physical body. This is why I have cedar tea right now. I just want to make sure that I'm staying 100% healthy and 100% well. In the west, we have the women's medicine, which is, I should have started in the east. What am I doing? The east, we have sweetgrass, of course, which is the men's medicine and children's medicine. We honor grandfather son with that. We honor that masculine energy, that we are a balance of masculine and feminine. But we also want to bring in, that mental healing that we need. I know a lot of people are really stressed out right now, so I think it's really important to really honor what we need from a mental perspective. And sweetgrass helps us to get rid of anxiety and helps us to really focus and really take stock of what's important, and it clears our minds. So that's why it's really, really important to have sweetgrass handy. Of course, the cedar for our bodies. It's great for tea. Like I said, it tastes like awful. Some people like it. I personally don't like the taste of it. And so that's what we have in the south. In the west, we have the women's medicine, which is sage. That's what I'll be smudging with today. Sage helps us with our emotions. So if you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, if you're missing people, if you're missing that sense of community, sage helps us to bring that in. And this is why I think it's really, really important to be able to bring it together. Hi, people. I also have tobacco. This is tobacco that I was gifted when I was up north, so I was very thankful for this lovely tobacco, and we always carry that with us. Even if I'm not using all the medicines, I always lay them out because I want to be able to honor them in a good way. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my sage. I have some lovely, lovely sage that I was gifted from Bailey and her mom, and I was very, very thankful for that because I go through sage like crazy. I'm just pulling the sage off the stem right now. It's important to do that. So when we gift it to people, I always lay it on the stem just so they can do what they need to with it. They can pray in the way that they want to, or they can pass it on. That's just my teaching. So when I'm ready to use it, that's when I pull it off the stem. I hope everybody's doing well. All right. So this is the Cree Crunch, and this is Blackfoot Roll. That's what I learned. That's a really good way to just jam pack everything and get things good. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my smudge bowl. So I have this lovely stone in the bottom, and that's just to make sure I protect the bottom of my bowl. I had gone through so many smudge bowls because I'd never had a stone in the bottom to like ground that heat. And so the bottom of my smudge bowls would continuously fall out. I was lucky if they last me about a year. But since I've been doing this, practicing putting that stone in, a friend of mine actually gifted me the stone. So I was very thankful. Thank you, Shelby. And I've been carrying that stone with me in my shell ever since. And it just grounds the heat. So the shell itself is water. It's the women's medicine. It holds us. We have whatever medicine we put in is the earth because it comes from the earth. And when we light it, it's fire, which represents fire. And smoke going up to creator is air, which represents our prayers. And so it's about balance. So remembering to bring in that balance that we need. Hi, Anita. Hi, Denise. But really honoring the things that we need in a good way. And so I'm going to actually sing before I light the smudge just to welcome everybody into the circle. I know the reason I'm doing this, and I want to thank you, Anita, for kind of making me do this. I I was kind of thinking about it and humming and hawing about it. My webcam wasn't working, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do anything live for a while. But yeah, Anita was like, we need to do a virtual Smudge. I'm like, yeah, we need to do a virtual Smudge. And she missed this song, so I'm gonna sing this. So I'm gonna just push my chair back, and I'm gonna stand up while I sing and show off my brand new skirt. I was so excited to make a new skirt, and I haven't been able to wear it out in public very much. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna show off my skirt. But 4 directions on it, which I'm really excited about. And so this song is Miasin, which is the Cree welcome song. And it teaches us to really honor where we are, honor everyone in our community, everyone in the land we are on. I wanted to just acknowledge this isn't my home territory. I'm in Treaty 7, and this is the home of the Blackfoot, or the Mitsitapi of Siksika, Kainai, and Pagani. It's also the home of the Sorsi Dene from Susana, and the Stoney Nakoda from Morley, which includes Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nation. We're also walking in the footsteps of Métis Region 3, which is why I proudly wear my Métis sash to act as that bridge between Indigenous and non-Indigenous culture. And it's really important that we acknowledge the land. I know a lot of people have heard that 1,000 times at many different events, at many different schools. But the reason we do it is to acknowledge the history that's been here for thousands upon thousands of generations. We acknowledge the families that have been here for thousands upon thousands of generations and will continue to be here. We acknowledge that we have a place here. If it wasn't for treaties, none of us would be here. So it teaches us that we have a relationship. We have a relationship not only to the land, but to each other. And in times like this, I think it's important to remember that relationship that we have to each other and to the land. But it's also that responsibility that we have to honor that past, to learn from it, to grow with it, and to set that foundation for our future generations. That's our responsibility. We're only borrowing the world from our ancestors. We're somebody's ancestors, so we have to act like it. We have to, come to things with grace and humility. And this is why we acknowledge the land that we're on. It's so important to do that. And this song, Miasin, is a beautiful way of bringing everybody into the circle, of honoring that relationship that we have with each other. And it doesn't just mean welcome, but it also means beautiful. And when we sing it, it's to welcome everybody. It teaches us that in the circle, we're all connected. There's no beginning, there's no end. No one is greater or less than anyone else in the circle, just like in the hoop of life. So it reminds us that we need to take care of each other because we have so much to learn from each other. And we have so many amazing differences. There's so much diversity. Especially across Turtle Island, there's so much diversity. And it teaches us to really acknowledge that and learn from that and grow together in a good way. And so Miasin has been that reminding factor of that we're all connected. I honor the Mataha family from Sturgeon Lake for keeping this song alive and keeping the story and the spirit of this song alive. And so when I share it, I always honor where those songs come from, because I think it's important to acknowledge that history and acknowledge that past, as well as share it with our future generations. And so Miasin, again, doesn't just mean welcome, it also means beautiful. Miasin, Miasin, Hasemina, Hasemina, Epetakote, Wagomaga, Hota, Homa, Kitaskino, Miasin, Miasin, Hasemina, Hasemina, Epetakote, Wagomaga, Hota, Homa, Kitaskino, Miasin, Miasin, Hasemina, Hasemina, Hi, hi, welcome to the circle, everyone. The reason I sing in rounds of three, that's to keep the circle open and welcoming so everyone completes the circle. And I miss everybody in my circle. I do. And yeah, I was giggling a little bit. I forget that, when we're stuck at home, there's all of these sounds that we just get used to. And then I'm like singing and I'm like, oh, that's the ice machine, or there's my cat meowing away, or there's the girls making a sandwich. And so it's funny. I've been really blessed actually to, even though we're kind of like stuck at home, we're not ill, so we're able to still go out. So I've been doing grocery shopping for not only my family, but anybody who asks me to pick something up for them. So if you need something and you're in the Northwest, let me know. Even if you're not in the Northwest, I'm able-bodied and moving, so it's fine. But I have my two boys, Cloud and Lyndon. Cloud is doing all of his university classes online, and Lyndon has been enjoying the incredibly long spring break, playing way too many video games. Then I also have my girls. They are 13, and Chloe and Ariel had moved in February, and it's just been this amazing transition, not only into our home, but then all under lockdown. So we've been playing a lot of games to keep each other occupied and to just really get to know each other and to have a lot of fun, because board games are super, super fun. But back to smudging, because I think that's really important as well. So we are smudging the stage today. If you're smudging at home, there's no right or wrong way to smudge. It's whatever feels good to you. And it's really about asking for the things that you need and sharing what you have with the world, sharing that energy, that hope, that love, that appreciation, praying for the people that need it. So whether they be sick or whether they be stressed out or whether it be triggering, different types of PTSD for them or OCD. So I know that I had a really hard time with OCD when I was younger. And so I understand completely where some people's mindset might be. I have to catch myself sometimes on it. So I think it's really important to pray for those people who maybe aren't asking for the help as well. And for all the people who across the world, I think it's important to pray across the world for all of those people who are struggling, who are hurting, who are passing away by themselves. I'm very blessed to be surrounded by family. And I hope that everyone else feels that solidarity across the globe. So let's light the smudge. I'm using matches. Hopefully they will work. And like I said, there's no right or wrong way to smudge. It's just whatever feels good to you. So wherever you need it, whatever you need it for. You'll notice I'm fanning it with my hand. Usually, don't blow on it because your breath is your life and your life is precious and you don't waste that for anybody. But when you smudge, I used to have a feather, but my cat got it, and then I got another feather, and then my cat got it again. So I've kind of given up on feathers around my cat. And the first thing I like to do is I like to just wash my hands, get rid of anything that I'm carrying. If you're wearing jewelry, you can take that off as well if it's not like a natural material like wood or leather. And I would say take it off because metal tends to hold energy. And so I wash my hands in it. And then I will rub it over my body. Just bring it over your body 4 times. One of the 4 directions of your body. I'm going to smudge my mind so that I can think clearly and can learn from every person that crosses my path. Smudge my ears so I can be open to hear all of the messages Creator sends me. And also to remember I have 2 ears and 1 mouth so I can listen twice as much as I speak. Smudge my eyes so I can be open to see all of the beauty that Creator has made around us. I'm very thankful for my vision this lifetime. Smudge my nose so I can smell danger and cookies. I smudge my mouth so I can speak only true and kind words that are helpful and of benefit to mankind. Always ask yourself, is it truthful? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Is it respectful? If it's none of those things, it doesn't adhere to the 7 teachings, so don't say it, do it. I smudge my throat because I'm very thankful for my voice this lifetime, so I can continue to give voice to the voiceless. And I like to sing. I smudge my lungs so I breathe good, clean air. In the springtime, my asthma always gets really bad, so I smudge a little extra in my lungs in the spring and in the fall. I smudge my stomach, so all the food that I eat will nourish my body. Smudge my womanhood, because I'm very thankful to be a woman and a mother in this time. And I smudge my heart, so I can be remember to be kind and compassionate and show unconditional love to all those around me. Honor my family and my friends. Send love to those that need it, that appreciation to those that need it. And to remember to be kind and show unconditional love even to myself. And sometimes we're pretty hard on ourselves. I'm going to smudge my shoulders and my back so that I can carry all of the responsibilities that Creator's gifted me with grace and humility. Smudge my arms and my hands so I can do the good work that Creator's put me here to do. Also, I'm very thankful to be an artist this lifetime. And a lot of artist creation, that's for sure. My art has been on hold for a while, so it's nice to have a little bit of time to do that. And I'll smudge my legs so I walk this red road in a good way. And then I'll smudge my feet. So I tread lightly on Mother Earth, honoring her with every step, and remembering to connect with her with every step. And then if there's anywhere in your body that you need a little extra help, a little extra love, so definitely my hips, because of all the hip surgeries I've had, and then anyone that you want to send that love to, just really focus that energy and that love to them across the world. It's really, really important to do that. And just really take that time. Don't forget to pray for yourself as well. Because if we're not strong, how are we supposed to take care of other people? I'm going to share a song. Oh, thanks, Carmen. I'm really proud of my skirt too. But I wanted to share the healing song. I'd actually learned this from several different elders, some who are still with us and some who aren't. It's a Cree healing song. It's also called the crying song or the wailing song. So in it, you can hear the tears, but it's basically to pray for healing. It's to reach out for healing. So we sing it in 4 rounds. The third round, though, we actually stop drumming. And in that round, it gives us the moment to just enjoy that silence and to send out that love and that appreciation, to ask Creator for the things that we need around us, and to really pray for everything and everyone around us. And so all of our prayers, we focus in that silence. And then when the drum comes in, we just release it to Creator. So Creator can do the work that needs to be done in this time. Wait a sec. Get my drum. My baby. And my drum is made of moose. And so this is the crying song or the healing song. I got one more song for you before I shut this up. So Cash had texted me and he missed the Thunderbird song. So I'm gonna share the Thunderbird. This is an Anishinaabe song, and the Thunderbird teaches us that everything happens for a reason. It's like fate or destiny that pushes us forward. That's what the Thunderbird is. And sometimes the learnings are hard because the Thunderbird, if it doesn't like the path that we're on, or if we're making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again, the Thunderbird will be like, nope, and put us on the path that we need to. And I think in some ways that's kind of what's happening now is we're getting those awakenings, and the Thunderbird's just fed up with how we've been acting and behaving as a whole, and reminds us that we're all connected. And I think by separating us, it teaches us that we're really reliant, and we really need people in that meaningful way. The Thunderbird hit me with a truck, 8 years ago, and if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am now. And so I'm very thankful for all of the lessons that we learn from the Thunderbird, the hard lessons and the easy lessons. But it tells us that we have a choice. We can either learn and move forward and grow, or we can stay in the same spot and just keep, making those same mistakes over and over and over again until finally we're forced to move forward. So I think it's time. It's time to move forward in a meaningful way. It's time to honor the teachings of the Thunderbird and the lessons that we've learned. It's time to really recognize that, we're in a time of the 7 generations. We need to make decisions going forward, thinking 7 generations behind. What did my ancestors do to bring me to this moment? Am I honoring everything that they've done for me? Am I really showing that respect and honor, that legacy that they've left for me? And then we think 7 generations forward, what are we doing to leave a lasting legacy for all of our future generations? Am I leaving a world for them to be proud of, or am I making a mess for them to know? And so when we make decisions like that, we make way better decisions, because it reminds us that we're somebody's ancestor. We're somebody's hope, but we're also somebody's future. And so the Thunderbird teaches us to approach everything with joy, because even though bad things happen, they happen for good reason. And even the storm, the biggest storms, will create the most beautiful things afterwards. They will really nurture those plants and set the stage for the next generation. And so this is the Thunderbird song. Everybody, and hi, thank you for being here. And yeah, this was different. I haven't done it online. It's weird not being able to talk to people and hug people, but you do what you do, right? And yeah, I will see everyone soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and I think it's safe to use it, so feel free to, if you want to learn the songs, listen to them, and you can learn along. So, okay, lots of love. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, there it is. Okay, bye.